Today I fucked up by asking my nurse if she had gotten the COVID vaccine. I am currently living in France, and though I have been here for almost a year, my language skills are still lacking. I get really nervous when speaking because of my limited vocabulary, and I have a really hard time with audio processing, so it oftentimes take me a while to understand what someone has said and then respond. I had to have a minor surgery last week that will require me to have a nurse come daily for the next month or so to clean and re-bandage. I'm trying to put myself out there a bit more in terms of speaking French, so I was shooting the shit with her. I asked if she had gotten a chance to take the vaccine because I seriously cannot wait to get mine and start to get life a little bit more normal. Well, this set her off about how she is not getting the vaccine and how the whole virus is just for businesses to make money, and then something about Bill Gates not being a scientist. I don't know, my auditory processing was only allowing me to pick up the big ideas she was spitting. Anyway, it's don't have the vocabulary to respond appropriately, and I also don't want the nurse who is packing my wow daily getting pissed at me, so I defaulted to my smile and nod and we. This was 4 days ago, and unfortunately each day I have been getting more and more of an earful about corrupt governments trying to poison us with vaccines and trying to make us go crazy with lockdowns. But today was truly the icing on the cake when she started talking about the deep state and how Joe Biden is friends with the Clintons and how corrupt it all is. Again, all the while, smiling, nodding and saying we, because I can't tell her in French that I'm not down with this anti-vaxxer, QAnon bullshit. I truly don't know where we go from here because I have 3 weeks of care left. Too long didn't read. Today I fucked up asking my nurse whether or not she got the COVID vaccine and found out she's a conspiracy theorist spouting crazy person that I will have come to house for the next 3 weeks and listen to because my French skills suck. Edit. To be clear, my fuck up was bringing up what I thought would be an innocuous subject that turned into a much deeper conversation with uncomfortable political/healthcare opinions that I didn't agree with, and having to continue to live in this fuck up because I don't have the requisite vocabulary or language skills to change the subject. Request a new nurse. I'm also in France, and that shit is extra stupid getting imported here. Incidentally, my half-sister, a nurse in LA, is also on this edge of this dumb black hole. But I understand how the language barrier can be extra burdensome when you are under ideological attack, or just a simple defense of an accidental bumping into is already frustrating enough. Good luck, buddy. American here. I have a friend who is a nurse and is staunchly anti-vax. She told us she would disown us if we got the COVID-19 vaccine because, and I quote, "The second shot infects you with HIV to destroy your immune system. Then they will infect you with anything they want." She never said who they are and why they would do that. It broke my brain. Reminds me of an associate lecturer we once had at the university I work at. She came in to teach a business module to my games dev students, and it quickly became apparent that, while she had great business credentials, she was utterly insane. She kept pitching a game to me that she had in mind about conspiracies and how it could educate people on the various things she was convinced were going on. Just really nutty shit. She was really disturbing the students, too. She didn't so much teach them anything and just rambled about deep state stuff and the like. She was fired after about 3 weeks. I think the final straw was when she started insisting that the Dutch ambassador was tapping her phone. Sounds like someone on the fringes of a mental episode. I hope she got help. Tell her you are still trying to learn conversational French and would love if she would work with you on basic concepts like the weather or food, etc. It may work, it may not. I read your comment as still trying to learn controversial French and I laughed. How can a nurse be anti-vax? It's so fucking moronic. French here. It's not the nurse. A good portion of the population are anti-vax. Today I fucked up by not checking my underwear before pulling them up. So this actually happened today and I'm still feeling the after effects. I was working around the house, cleaning and stuff, and felt the need to use the bathroom. My bathroom has this really cool, very trendy shiplap ceiling the former owners installed. The only problem is that where the wood meets the trim at the ceiling, little holes are formed. During stink bug season, spring, summer, fall, and random sunny winter days in Michigan, they seem to come through those little holes. The only thing is that I'm the only one that has actually borne witness to this occurrence, and my husband is dubious. Anyway, I sat down to pee. All was well. I don't know where the stink bug was, but it ended up in my underwear. In my fucking precious underwear. Where do bugs go? To nice warm places. That's right. I didn't feel anything but a little itch. I itched. I'm home, so whatever. Apparently that was enough to aggravate and eventually kill the damn bug. Burning fucking ensued. It was so immediate and severe I reached into my drawers on the spot, beyond my labia, that's right ladies, to where it had nestled uncomfortably close to my inner workings. The stink bug had also released his stink in my lady bits, and it burned and stunk and burned. Now, hours later, after much cleaning and the disposal of the bug, my labia and almost vagina burn like effing hell. Not recommend. Husband is corking tomorrow. Too long didn't read. After an intimate and accidental introduction, I learned the hard way that stink bug juice burns in the girl parts, not on. So I know this situation is mortifying and bizarre, but I hope that you at least called your GP and asked what a professional recommends. I'm not familiar with what's inside a stink bug, or its stink stuff, but if something is burning for more than an hour, especially on the mucosal type tissue like our genitalia, you really should get a checkup in case of chemical burns. You also might get some advice about topical analgesic products that are vagina safe to help with discomfort. Husband is corking tomorrow. Seems a bit insensitive. He can't wait for things to recover a bit down there? Ha. I did it today. I fucked up a while back describing how I accidentally put a stink bug in my mouth and kept it there all night. It stowed away on my anti-snoring mouthguard thingy and I fell asleep without noticing. Those suckers are no joke. It dissolved the lining of my cheek and left me with a bloody sore. Also, they taste just like they smell. Your today I fucked up was better though. Somehow, out of all the horrific things I've read on this sub over the years, this wins the race. Somehow the mental image of a live bug crawling up my vagina while dying a horrific death by the acidic mucus and no oxygen, and releasing their stinky juice inside me during their battle with death, just does it. You win. I'm going to wash my lady parts now, in sympathy. So, killing stink bugs alerts other stink bugs. FYI, you're in for a fun time. Great. I'll awaken in the night with a crotch swarm. Today I fucked up eating a kolache at a red light and nearly died. This morning, I was craving an iced latte from a certain donut place, so I got my husband's drink order and went on my way. When I got there, I suddenly realized how hungry I was and did not want anything sweet, so I added a kolache to the order. As soon as I got my order and pulled out of the drive-thru, I realize I am a huge asshole and did not even ask my husband if he wanted food. I couldn't rub my kolache in his face. I had to destroy the evidence. I decided had to eat the kolache before I got home. Now, there is only a couple of miles between the donut place and my house and I was running out of time. I get the mustard open, get a few bites down and suddenly I'm at the last light before I turn on my street, so I just go for this massive bite. I don't know why. The light had just turned red. I had plenty of time, but in my gluttonous shame I shoved the rest of the kolache in my mouth and it fucking lodged in my throat. I don't mean just a little bit. Zero air was getting to my lungs. I started freaking out. I have never seriously choked before. I am hitting my chest and my arms are flailing and I am hoping the light will stay red because I'm in the front of my lane and there is no way I can drive in that moment. The door of the car across the very busy intersection opened and I can see the driver looking at me like they are trying to figure out how to get across. In that moment I regained control of my arms and was able to shove my hand in my throat. which dislodged the kolache and made me puke all over my passenger seat. The light turned green, the other passenger got back in their car and I got my breath back just in time and made it home. I'm still too embarrassed to tell my husband. I'm not sure I will. I just can't get over what a stupid way to die that would have been. And I still have to go clean out the passenger seat. Too long didn't read, don't eat and drive. That's just too bad. Wow, that's too bad. Definitely not my proudest moment. Damn. Good that you dislodged it. Be quick to clean up your sick, it will definitely not get easier with time. Texas. This screams Texas. Iced latte in winter, kolaches from a donut place, driver on other side of intersection jumps out in preparation to run on foot to help. Texas. Police to your husband, sir, we believe your wife choked on a kolache while sitting at a red light. Husband, hold on, you mean she got herself food, why not me? Exclamation mark. Police, it appears that way. How are you feeling? Husband, great. You know, I never did trust her. She always smelled of kolache. Can I get my coffee now, or did she drink that too? Exclamation mark. The real question here is, WTF is a kolache?